What's going on? Welcome to Hashtag Comedy Ain't Easy. I'm your host, Keith Irvin. I got my co-host with me,
Brock Shank.
And today we're blessed to be in the house of Mr. Magic Man himself, Matthew David Stanley.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for letting us come out, man.
Yeah, man.
Out in fancy all neighborhood and all.
Keith had to call and make sure I alerted the police.
We alerted the police, so everything's good.
I didn't even lock my car when I pulled in. I just put it on my no.
That was maybe a bad move, actually.
See, I'm not used to that. I got to lock it down, bolt it down, and everything else. So what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Good. Thanks for having me on. Keeping busy, doing a little corporate work lately.
Yeah, so you've been traveling a lot.
I have.
You just came back from somewhere, didn't you?
Florida and Vegas and Wisconsin, and actually heading out to Wisconsin again this week. So, I don't know what it is. I thank you, Wisconsin. They must let me up there.
This is what success. This is what success looks like, people. Right here. It's what we're striving to be.
Yeah, no doubt. He's all over the place, and I follow your Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. And it looks like you're having a blast.
Yeah, man. Right.
Now, I'm curious about the corporate events. I've never been asked to work on. Probably never will.
Exactly.
You definitely won't either.
Yeah, no.
But what's that like? What's that environment like compared to a comedy club? Kind of paint us a picture.
Every event is a little bit different.
Okay.
A lot of times you get there and I expect them all to be kind of just stiff,
right?
And that kind of thing. A lot of times in the beginning they are when you first get up. A lot of the events that I work, they might have a rotation where they have a band one year and a casino night one year, and then they switch it up and they'll throw some kind of entertainment, a comedian or a magician or something like that into the mix. So I think a lot of times they don't know what to expect.
Sure.
And they generally loosen up and it's fun.
They let the booze get flowing and then let you get up.
Right, exactly. It's normally after dinner. The bar's been open, that kind of thing. So.
And when you see people outside of your normal work environment at a party like that, it becomes like more fun. Like, hey, Jim, I didn't know you had normal clothes.
Right. Yeah. And the other thing about the corporate stuff that, if you're working a comedy club, you have. You might have groups of people, of 4 people here, 10 people here, 12 people over here that might know each other, but for the most part, you're working for an audience that
they're all strangers.
They're all strangers.
Yeah.
The corporate event, these people see each other
every day.
Every day, and they may not work in the same department, but they're that's Betty from sales, that's Cohen from accounting or whatever. They know each other. So when you do what I do, where I do a little bit more interactive and bring people up on stage, it's not a complete stranger, so I think that they actually react to that a little bit better because they know the guy that's up there, or they know the lady that's up there.
Yeah, it brings the energy level up. You're like, oh my gosh, it's Dave. Yeah. I see that guy in the lunchroom. Look.
And but also the downside to it, or it might be a plus side, is now that guy's got to go back to work on Monday.
So it's you can't really show your true colors in the work.
You're not supposed to. Yeah, they say like 5 drink minimum or whatever. Maybe 3 drink minimum. I don't know what it is.
Not in maintenance.
But no, I know. You go to a blue collar work party,
right?
And I was sitting next to a guy that threw up at the table because it was free booze. He's like just went to town. I'm like, well, this is much different than the suit and tie work party.
Right, and some of them I've noticed sometimes they'll have an open bar until a certain time, and then it's on your own dime if you want to do it. Sometimes they'll have an open bar the whole night. Sometimes they'll have an open bar until 7, and then You know, and then no drinks. Bars closed.
2 drinks with your meal.
Yeah, that's it, man. You get a coupon and the ticket, and you take it up.
Yeah, the tickets.
The tickets, and you use your tickets. Bars closed. You know?
A lot of people pre-party. They're like, I'm gonna get a few shots in here, and I'm gonna keep my whistle wet with this freebie.
There you go. Yeah.
And by the time he gets up there, I'm good and lit.
Right.
That makes it more fun, though.
Tell me the story without saying it.
Okay.
Tell me the story you were just telling me about.
So I just did a corporate gig this past weekend,
Yeah.
and I got a guy up, and there's a point where there's a note, and I say, what's the note say? And he kind of did a little ad lib, and it said it's an IOU, but he said it's an effing IOU, but he didn't say effing. He,
right. He said it.
he just said it.
Himself.
And then about at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 more times, he kept saying it. So that was...
This is clearly inappropriate at a corporate gig. If you do anything that's
right, oh yeah.
Anywhere in the gray area, yeah.
So I made sure to say, hey, to the audience, it's important to me that you know that it doesn't actually say that. I did not write that. He added that.
Because you took his $20 bill.
Yeah, I made some of his money disappear and in place with a little note, a little IOU.
So
yeah.
he's not thrilled. He's like, hey, I got a few pops in me.
Right.
Where's my 20? This is a blanket IOU.
But he made sure to hug me after the show and tell me what a good time he had while holding a bottle of champagne by the neck.
Wow.
No glass.
No glass, just a whole bottle.
Just a bottle of champagne,
awesome.
So
some people have fun in the weirdest ways.
Yeah. So, how long have you been doing magic, and how?
Well, I got
a
magic kit for my 6th birthday from my parents. They they think it was a gag gift, but I think the joke's on them. I do it for a living.
Right.
they didn't get it.
They're getting it now, you know.
Yeah.
They're getting it 25 years later. No, so I got that for my birthday, and sparked an interest. Started doing shows. I did my first paid gig when I think I was like 8 or 10 years old, somewhere in that ballpark.
Paid gig at 8 or 10?
Yeah, I did a kid's birthday party for a kid that was only 2 years younger than me. So it was kind of funny.
Awesome.
So I'm up there, and the kids, I was like 8 and he's 6, or I'm 10.
That's cool.
He's 8,
When you get up
like
in front of people, and I guess they put the lights on, people are like, well, let's pay attention to this guy. Let's at least give him
right. Let's give him a shot. So,
that is awesome.
So
did it go well?
Yeah, from what I remember, it wasn't traumatic to the point I didn't want to do it again.
Right.
But I started doing shows like that, and then I got kind of in with an agent that booked some company parties and that kind of thing in the area, and I started doing a lot of private stuff. I did kids' birthday parties, and I would do, company holiday parties and that kind of thing.
That's cool, man.
I did a show for the India Club of Greater Dayton when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I was told it was for a pretty small group, and I got there, and it was 500 or more.
Oh,
and
they mean small compared to India.
Right, yeah. It's all relative. But I later, I'm up there and I'm doing my shtick, and they're not really they're responding to the visual things, but they're not really laughing or anything like that.
They're not getting the bits.
And they didn't speak English, the majority of them. No one told me that. No, the agent failed to tell me that part.
He's like, you'll be perfect. They'll love the magic part.
Love the magic part. So it was one of those things where I was like, you know what? If I could get through this.
That's pretty tough.
It's like I can I think I can do this.
Especially at 12.
Yeah, I think I just got all I don't really get that nervous anymore because I think I got all of that shot.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's like, it's happened to me. It's like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like nerves are like this bottle of water. And once you pour it all out, that's it. You don't really refill. You're just done.
You're just done. Yeah, you're like, all right.
Like, well, you people might like me, you might not, but I'm going to go home at the end of this and watch cable and go to bed like I normally do.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Now, how old are you now?
I actually turned 32 this week. So.
32.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a long time to be
younger and more successful than both of us.
Right. Yeah, ain't that something? That just makes me want to go out here and stand in front of the street.
You can't because I don't know how to work the camera.
Just please take it back, because that's my house.
I'll take it back.
I'll take it back. My house.
You can trust me, Keith. But you got to give me the keys to your truck. I know it's locked.
Well, yeah, you know that.
That's called a callback.
All right.
It's a joke from something we said earlier. Which I'm terrible at normally, but...
So you're 32, you've been doing this for quite a while, and you're hitting Vegas, and so you know some pretty big name, is it magicians?
I do, yeah. when David Copperfield came to the Dayton area, he performed at the Schuster Center. And I got contacted by them to kind of do a pre-show and open up for him. After I went to Las Vegas and competed in a competition put on by Lance Burton and Siegfried and Roy, and it was a thing called the World Magic Seminar. So they accept videotapes to even kind of like audition tapes.
Oh, okay.
So I sent a tape, and this was only for magicians between the ages of, I believe, 14 and 21. So that was the kind of the age group that I was going for. And so they received 74 videotapes. They accept 12 finalists to come out and recompete in Las Vegas. So I was one of the 12 finalists, and I took my act out there, and then I ended up winning first place at that. So that kind of got me a little headway.
That's pretty awesome.
You know, that was in the paper and that kind of thing. So the Schuster Center contacted me because of that. And,
that's cool.
So it was a lot.
So hometown boy makes good. Like,
right?
Yeah.
They.
Haha! Now, Mom and Dad.
That is very cool. That is very cool. I'm learning stuff I didn't know about you.
Okay.
We'll see each other and comedy and do stuff.
Right. Absolutely.
But
yeah,
I guess you don't. We just talk about that here and now. I didn't know this.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty. I don't think at that age I would have had the guts to do anything like that.
Oh yeah, no, I was too busy running around playing sports, getting in trouble. I wasn't thinking about
But
it.
my son saw one of his shows, and he's into card tricks. We've got cards all over our house. Then
Get
they
used
get
to
bad,
it.
tore out.
Get used to it. You can ask my wife and,
And
my
there's
mom and
47 cards here and 43 here, and they're all basically worthless. We just went through away some the other night because I'm like, dude, you got nothing. But yeah, he's and you know what he's figured out? When it's a rainy day or something, they have recess. He's 12. He's in there doing card tricks for all the girls. And all the girls are, right?
Really?
Yeah, he's the man. Absolutely. Actually, he sent him, I don't know if you remember this, I said it's his birthday coming up. Is there something we could get from you, or do you have anything we could buy?
One of my DVDs, right?
And you sent him a magic kit and a DVD, and he watched that, and he perfected all those tricks.
Really?
He loves him. Yeah.
Man.
See? You didn't know what a celebrity I was, did you?
I feel like we should have brought two cameras for this one. He throwing names out,
Oh, yeah. He's
David
the man.
Copperfield and...
Well, he's not
Cisco
here.
and
Copperfield's not here. Don't get too excited.
Yeah.
Oh, he's next interview.
He's
Right,
you know.
right.
But I got to see Copperfield's show when I was in Vegas in August, and that's the first time I'd seen it since that time. So that was man, it's incredible. It is one of the best shows of any kind that you will ever see.
So, I always ask people this, and don't take offense to this, but I always ask everybody, what gave you the guts to think, well, people want to listen to me. I should get on stage and do this. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just had enough positive feedback that it's like, well, I must be doing something right, and I don't know. There's a Steve Martin quote that I thought was really good. It's just like, if you go up there and if you're having a good time and act like you think you're great, maybe they'll think you're great. I mean, I don't know.
It's like they say when you do comedy, they say go up there, you got to be positive. They can.
You got to sell it.
Fears.
Yeah.
So you got to sell it. If you're doing a racial joke, or if you're doing whatever, you got to own it.
Commit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Commit.
So.
Yeah, this
there's something to be said for just powering through, though, too. If you can,
like I know this is gonna get good, and I'm gonna stay calm, and I'm just gonna enjoy myself.
Not my first rodeo.
Right. I heard another comment from not as well. He's well known, but for the wrong reasons. Andrew Dice Clay.
Mm-hmm.
He even said that. He goes, it's not that what I'm saying is right. It's what I'm saying is wrong, but I say it with such conviction.
Right.
Yeah.
People are like, oh my gosh, he's out of his mind, this guy.
I can't believe he said that.
Yeah, so you're
exactly.
right. So if you think if your family didn't give you as much positive response, you think you would have just kept going? But often just the audience is like, I got this.
I mean, I definitely had a lot of support from my parents growing up, especially my mom and stepdad. There are conventions for anything that you could possibly imagine. So there were magic conventions. So I would go there, and there were workshops and lectures and that kind of thing. So you learn from the working pros. There were also competitions, so I would enter those competitions on a regional level, and then up to a national and international level also. So, but I couldn't have done that without both financial support, but also,
Yeah.
I mean,
when you're young, especially.
yeah, I mean, I can't just say,
kid.
well, I'm going to go to Kansas City this weekend.
Right.
But, you know, when I'm
Right,
12
yeah.
or whatever, I
Get
can't just
on the RTA.
I can't just do that. I can't get on a Greyhound or whatever and
Yeah.
just go do that. So I had to have, you know, at least
their support.
and
So they saw this kid's a magnet to this. We have to help him.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure they
things,
seen
'cause
it in it. That
he's just in love with
passion for
the,
it.
yeah, right.
They supported it. Which,
well,
you know.
it was very similar to if someone was interested in a musical instrument or someone was interested in sports or whatever.
But
that
you
kind
can
of
bring
thing.
the instrument to your house. They got to ship you out.
That's true.
They
That's
had to
true.
really commit. I'm just impressed. That's very
No,
cool.
no, yeah.
Not
Absolutely
everybody,
is.
not everybody has that kind of support.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you're a funny enough guy that you probably could have done this through the mail and still done just fine because you're really good at what you do and you're funny and you just got a great stage presence and
Yeah.
it's just
Well, thank
enjoyable
you.
to watch.
Thank
so
you.
Yeah.
you're
Well,
my
we wanna
friend, but
see some of that
I
stuff.
sell out. I get sucked in. He's not Matt, my friend. He's the entertainment. Ooh,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
totally
Oh, yeah, you
sell
do.
out and just buy
I
in.
mean,
I'm like, yeah.
I don't have kids or anything, and I'm sitting there, a single black guy at a kids show, and I had a ball.
We just ignore the plain white van with candy.
Ignore the big black guy in the back of the room. He is not there. So we want to see some of your stuff. Can we? See
What?
you
Are we
got?
going to show him our magic trick first?
Uh-oh. You guys have a trick for me?
Don't you have a trick?
Uh,
Want to show him?
Well, I think no, I don't have one. You go ahead. You show yours. Yours is way
All right,
better.
all right. Matt, I've got a wallet here,
Uh-huh.
and if you'd like to grab one of our business cards, maybe we can.
Oh,
do
one of your
this
business
again.
cards.
Yeah.
Sure, I'd love to.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh.
This is a wallet that Matt sold to my 12-year-old son. I had to take away from him. He opens it up over people's nice carpets and stuff like that. I'm like,
Right.
dude, there's no
Like
safety
drop it.
buttons on this thing.
Hey, do that again. Let me show you something. This is kind of cool. Watch this.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Flame
Here,
it
watch.
out.
Here.
Go.
Oh, there it is, right there. Look at that.
Wow.
What is that?
You got it. You must have that money to burn.
That was
I
Keith's magic trick.
I want to. Is that?
Where's your coin?
You can
Does it say it's an F and IOU?
Nice call.
Okay, maybe magic's not our
Nice
thing.
call
That's
back.
Here, watch here. If we can. This is Keith's trick right here. Oh, there it is. Oh, there. That's
big coin
Oh,
behind you
I
here.
can do that. Oh,
You could
yeah.
have done. Oh, there it is. Look at
that.
I can set Matt's here on the
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
pretty good. That's
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah, I want to see some stuff.
Yeah, I
and
wanna
then
see-
you gotta-
Yeah. So this is.
Well, we'll cut it and then we'll go. All right. Oh.
All right, I'll show you something that uses 3 coins. These are silver dollars. They're Morgan silver dollars from the early 1900s rather. And yeah, they're Morgan silver dollars. Don't tell them I have them.
Morgan. I can tell they're heavy. I mean,
And yeah. You can check them out too if you want. These are
Yeah. Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, these are silver
He doesn't
dollars.
need the
They're
money.
made from an
He's
ounce
okay.
of silver. That's kind of the thing about silver
Nice.
that's interesting. You can check that one out too if you want.
Yeah.
The weird thing about it is they actually.
Those are really worn. Yeah.
Oops, you can hear them. You can hear them ring like that, right?
They do ring.
So they ring like a bell. It's because they're solid silver. So it's one of those things where they're not worth face value. They're worth, whatever silver happens to be at the time. So there's 3 of them. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. The idea of this is for me to get 1 coin to travel from this hand over to this hand, just like that. See, that's the first one as it goes. Now, a lot of people say it's up his sleeve. I like to say up yours,
Yeah, there's no sleeves.
No sleeves there.
Right here.
No sleeves right here.
I
So
didn't catch that.
if you watch the second one, it's here, and then I give it like that, and it's over there now. See, that's the second one.
No way.
Right there, that's number 2. Now the last one, this one's my absolute favorite. It's my personal favorite. The last one, it actually goes across visibly. Watch.
Nice.
Well, that one's not that impressive.
Well,
I get it.
I can do that.
That one's not that impressive.
I
Here,
feel it.
if we watch, it'll come back though. That's when it gets
Oh.
really, really kind of cool. And then one last time, like that. There it is, right there. And that's the trick that uses 1, 2, 3 silver dollars right there.
That's awesome.
Now I can see inside the back of his hands.
I know. We're looking.
That's
we're right
not
here,
a
people.
trick. That's magic.
We are right here.
Well, yeah. So that's something kind of fun
That's
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
with these. So yeah.
All right.
Now I have a magic trick for you.
Oh, do you?
Okay.
It's
Oh,
not.
yeah, that's
It's
right.
not really even Let me see. I've got my cards. It's not even.
Oh, it's
magic.
a card trick.
Yes.
It's not even magic. It's more
Make
telepathy.
sure you're in the camera because I came in on it.
All right. I want you to focus on a card.
Okay.
Not just the number, but the color, the suit, and just the framing of the card. Every detail on the card. Okay, because some cards are different on the face. But I want you to picture what it looks like exactly in your head. What card, color, and suit, and framing, everything. Communicate that to me telepathically, and then I will choose your exact card.
Okay.
Send it now. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
I have to feel it sometimes. I believe this is right. I'm going to check it before I hand it to you. That is the correct card. Go ahead and check that out and tell me if that's exactly your card. Is that exactly how you pictured it?
Close enough. Close enough. Oh, God.
That's a little inside joke for us. These are some inappropriate cards that could not be shown on TV, and I just wanted to mess with him because I thought he's got to know where's he going with this.
Yeah, I was like, man, if that's the card
So we got him.
We can't show you on TV what we showed him, but yeah, it was a surprise.
You can blur it out.
I'm not shaking your hand. You coughed into it.
That's right.
Hey. Well, can I show you one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely, yeah.
So this is my, we're in my magic room. I got some posters here and that kind of thing. Got some old magic kits. Now, Harry Houdini he's one of the most famous magicians of all time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And Houdini was known as a magician, but also as an escape artist. And he was especially known for doing those underwater escapes.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's got to hold his breath and he's all chained up and everything like that.
Yeah.
So he kind of adopted this thing that they used to use in the Navy when they would have to do dives, and even just deep sea divers and that kind of thing would kind of have to test their lung capacity to see, and then build that up. You'd have to train yourself and condition yourself to be able to hold your breath longer. So I got this thing, and it's called a diver's lung tester. So the cool thing about it is that it allows you to kind of test your breath. So it has that little wheel that spins right there, right? Mm-hmm. So it kind of you by blowing into it, it creates pressure which causes that to go. Okay, so what would happen is, so I'll demonstrate it.
Gotcha. Like a water wheel, but
right. So like a water wheel, but with air. So it's coming around through here. So the idea of this would be that they would time how long you could keep that wheel spinning.
Okay, gotcha.
And you want to do it with as much intensity as you possibly can for as long as you can. So it's kind of been adopted by, if you ever had someone that's in the hospital or something, and they for the pneumonia thing or whatever, they got that thing where you got to blow or suck or whatever. Right. It's kind of that same principle. So you kind of got to see how long you can keep it going. So I don't know. My record's like 20 seconds. You want to give it a try? See how long you can.
Heck no, man. I'm a smoker, man.
I'm curious to see how you can do. You're with the germs. We can do a wipe on it if you want.
I trust you. Wipe it off in the shirt. So see how long I can do it.
Yeah, just see. You got to do it kind of intense right at the beginning, and just see how long you can go. So we'll have to look back on the camera to see the timing, but we can.
That was awesome. Hey, so thank you guys for watching #Comedy Ain't Easy. I'm Keith Irvin.
I'm Brock Shane.
White man, Brock Shane. And our guest today in the lovely home, Mr. Matthew David Stanley.
All right.
You guys follow? Give them some following.
Yeah, find me on Facebook and Twitter at MDS Comedy Magic. My website, MatthewDavidStanley.com.
And don't do magic with him at his house.
Or you'll get powder in your face. I'm glad that wasn't me. I might get out of here.
That would look so much better on you. Oh, man.
Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.
All right.